Hi everyone, I'm Joanne. If you're new, welcome to my craft room or welcome back. Today I'm going to make this three pocket little pouch here for your journal, or you can send it in mail. But it's super cute, super easy. Can hold some tags, whatever you want it to hold. So let me just wrap this one back up. I hope everybody's well today. I was pretty sick last week, and then I had the brunch, so I'm just getting back in the groove. Last night I just crafted for myself in my journal that I'm doing, and yeah, I made a lot of great progress in it. So anyhow, what you want is an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, or is anything a little thicker than copy paper. You don't want copy paper. It doesn't have to be as thick as cardstock, but just something a little thicker. So 8.5 by 11 works out nice to get like a 4-inch, about a 4-inch by almost 4-inch, but depending on how you fold is going to be what it ends up being in size. So I want this to be the front, I believe. It's really pretty. So is this side, honestly. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this side. This is gonna be the front, so I'm gonna fold this side. So what I wanna do is come over about a third, a little more than a third actually. And I wanna make sure it's nice and straight, although you can even it up later. Just gonna use this instead of pulling my bone folder out. Give it a good burnish, and then do the same on this side. It's not going to come all the way over. So your pocket spaces are going to be different sizes, and that is okay. Let me bring that down a little bit. All right, so I have that and that. So again, I folded it like this and like this. And then I'm gonna fold it up about the size I want my pocket to be, which for me, I guess about 2 inches. Again, it doesn't have to be exact, but I want a nice varnish there. And then I wanna bring this one down about, I don't know, 1 inch over the bottom part that you folded up. Would work nicely, and give that a good press down. All right, so then we end up like this, and it's all nice and folded. All right, so I'm not going to cut the bottom flap. I'm going to cut these two pieces, these two rectangles out of the top flap. So whatever side you can see your where you want to cut is to do that side. So I'm going to cut here, and I'm going to cut here on this line. Try to get it straight. And then I'm going to cut here. I went over to IKEA this morning, or early afternoon, and got some fake flowers, plants I should say, because the I was going to say the unnamed, but they are named, little demons of destruction I have pretty much eaten every flower plant in my house. All right, so that's that. I did cut in a little bit there. So then on this bottom part, you want to cut on a little bit of angle. So here's my, it might be easier to see on this side. So there's my fold mark, and I just want to come over just, I don't know, not far at all, and just cut it a little bit, and do the same on the other side of the fold mark, so that it folds up nicely. If you don't do that, it's not going to fold. So I'm going to do the same thing over here on the right side of that fold mark. I'm just going to come over, I don't know, a couple millimeters, honestly, and do the same on that side. So you'll see it right now. So there it is. All right, so you have those two little corner marks. All right, and I'm actually going to do the same thing on the top piece. Just going to come in a little bit and go to that. Come in a little bit and cut to that intersecting mark right there. All right, so I have that and I have that. Now I want to round the corners. If you forget to do this step now, you can do it later. You'll just have to re-ink. So I'm just going to do the top 3 flaps. Well, that's not even really a flap, but this flap, and then this piece right here. I just think it gives it a more finished look. So that's that. Get that on the side. I'm going to use my Old Faithful vintage photo, and I'm going to ink everything, every fold, every piece of it. All right, well, this is all inked up. Now, I didn't do down here because I don't need to, because that is going to fold up, but the rest of it is all inked up front and back. I wanted to mention, if you don't have double-sided paper, you could always just take a stamp and come in and stamp the plain side with maybe some script or something like that. Now, I didn't notch the other one, but I'm going to notch this one. So I'm going to find the middles, which are about right here, and then right here, and this too is about 4 inches, so that worked out pretty nice. And the 2 side pockets are going to be different, so I'm going to come in with my whole what do I want to call this, circle punch, and just do 3 little notches. Like I said on my last one, I didn't do this, and it's perfectly fine. I'm going to come back and ink around those. I like it because it indicates, you know, that there's a little pocket there. It looks nice. So then I'm going to take my glue. Now, of course, you can always sew around it. You can embellish it. You can do whatever you want. I'm just kind of giving you an idea how to make them. And then you can take it as far as you'd like. Always check too that it's going to fold up well, because if not, you may have to come back and cut somewhere. This one worked out. The first one I had to cut a little bit. If there was like an overhang, just a little bit to make it so that it folded up easily. Put some glue there and some glue here. This paper's so pretty. And then here and here. And just like the last one, this one didn't want to glue. I had to hold it down for a little bit. You can always put a paper clip there to, you know, give it a minute to dry. But art glitter glue usually dries pretty quickly. All right, so then I have this and this. Now I can decide which way I want it to fold. I kind of like this way. So then I need to use something for a closure. So I used a brad on this one. You could use a button. Just make sure you just glue the very center of it, because you want to be able to wrap the string around it. I have other brads and I just not putting my finger on them right now. So I'm just going to use this one because it's pretty. Maybe this one here. I don't know where I got these. I think I got these at one of the scrapbook expos last year. So on the top piece, I want to mark the center about right in there. And I'm going to take a small hole punch. In my case, it's going to be my crocodile on the small side, and punch a hole here instead of trying to get the brad in. Be easier just to do a hole. I'm going to stick the brad in. right. Now I want to finish this off on the inside. I don't want that brad to show. So you could always put a piece of washi, but I'm going to take one of the pieces of the leftover scraps and I'm going to punch a 1-inch hole to cover it. All right, and then I'm going to just glue it up. And hold that down a minute. Make sure the writing goes in the correct direction. This is where your paper clip would come in handy. I found it easier to push down on that side. I'm done with my glue. I'm going to stick the pin back in. There we go. Make sure that's glued down. And then find what kind of floss or whatever you want to use. So a little card can go in here if I cut them in half, whatever. So you have 3 little pockets. Like I said, you can stick this into a journal. You could glue 3 sides of it on the back and have another little tuck spot. You could give it away, send it to somebody, whatever you want to do with it. I'm going to just use this, I think. It's a little thinner than the twine I used here. So I'm going to have it go down this direction. So I'm going to tie this off facing down. All right, and then I'm going to cut it off here so I don't have that extra little string hanging, and then I can just wrap it around. Oops. And it is as easy as that. That's a little too long. Yeah, I like this twine better. It's not as thick. So that's it. Super cute. Like I said, you can decorate it up, do it however you want to do it, but easy project, fast, and I hope you enjoyed it. All right. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.